everybody, we're here today with another episode of Howie's Hometown Heroes, where we feature business owners, entrepreneurs, and community members who are doing awesome things in their community. Today we're right near in our hometown in Poughkeepsie with Pam Gunther from Fit and Fun Playscapes. She has an awesome business that creates stencils, stickers, all kinds of things to help teachers help kids to move more. She says they create products that helps teachers to help kids to bring balance back to classrooms with movement. So we'll see if we can move today all over. But first, let me tell you a little about Pam. Wow, one of the things she's particularly proud of is the work family. She started with a personal family, and now it's grown to a work family too. A nice big group together. And she's proud of making it through the pandemic. The business was started in when?
2011.
That's a long time, right? 10, 11 years. And she really is grateful to the schools and the parents and all the other people who have helped her and believed in her and trusted her to do the things for her kids. So here's Pam. Say hi, Pam.
Hello there.
There we go. Let's go inside and see what it's all about. Hey, let's go inside. Well, thanks for being here today, Pam. I really appreciate you being on Howie's Hometown Heroes. This is fun. On location in your office and factory. So we're going to have a good time today.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So, Fit and Fun Playscapes, how did this kind of come about? What's the little background story?
I got quite a background, so I'll try to make it short. So basically my background is architecture, and my thesis in architecture school was color theory, so that's a little hint
Sort of
about
related.
Sort of related. But really it was because of a playground project that I got asked to spearhead at my my child's school for recess. I was a PTA co-president and on the playground committee, and the principal there at the time wanted to put new games outside. So that was my kind of first exposure to how important movement is for kids.
For sure. Now, when was that?
Oh gosh, that was probably 2007 or 8 if I do my math right. And our son, who's now 21, so he was just entering kindergarten.
Wow. So he's been with the business the whole time.
Kind of, yes.
Nice. So what was the reaction? So you got this project. Here, Pam, do this. Now what?
Well, so it started out like, okay, sure, that sounds like a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
Didn't know that it would take hours and hours and a group of other parents out there for literally days to paint. And as an architect and a creative person, white lines weren't just enough to put out on the ground. We want to do different types of hopscotch and add a lot of color that really we just thought were fun for kids. We didn't realize there was this whole other thing that was happening out there. Yep. So we were out there, and it was just really awesome to see the kids. And when we were finally done, to see them come off where our children went to school. They would have to cross the playground area to get into the school. So they'd come off the bus, they'd wait, go across the playground, and then go into the doors to the school. So that day when it was finally done, to see the kids hop, jump, skip, oh my gosh, it was magic. It was really cool to see.
Very good. And so how did that grow? Did you get other schools as they do our playground, or where?
Well, so I was still working part-time and raising then probably 2 kids, and then a third came along. So I was like, this is really cool, and I felt like I could do it a better way. It was a really laborious experience, but it wasn't until a few years later when I really started to understand how important recess and movement were for kids, including our own son, who in the 4th grade he got diagnosed with ADD, and one of the things that we could see made a difference was how much physical activity he was getting. There was a direct correlation to his ability to sit and concentrate better in the classroom. If he had enough,
If he
enough
was moving enough
exactly
in a day.
enough physical activity.
Wow, awesome. And did it affect any other kids also at the same time?
Yeah, this more and more kids are being diagnosed with ADD and ADHD. We have our third son years later got diagnosed with ADD as well, and our middle son, I say, all right, maybe he wasn't diagnosed, but he still needs a lot of movement. Yeah. 3 boys, that's typically what you get.
Yeah, you're right. They're going to move no matter what you do, right?
No matter what you do. And as a scout leader for a number of years, a half a dozen years or so, yeah, boys love to move.
Yeah, for sure. And get into trouble too. But we'll do
we
that.
won't go there.
We won't go there yet. That'll be next. So now, that was 2007, 8, 9 kind of time frame.
Yep.
That was kind of a long time ago. Where to jump from fun thing to do on playgrounds to now real business.
So, first of all, I never feel like, oh, it's real business, but obviously that happens. Because of Fit and Fun, we always try to maintain and have that attitude about it being fun, right? So business is awesome, but the priority is to have fun and figure out what kids' needs and what schools' needs. So over that time, what happened? So, like I said, I had a third son. He had ADD. I spent a lot of time doing, I was a mom. I was still doing my real estate consulting as an architect for a firm in New York City. I was kind of sketching and drawing things on the side for many years, collecting information and researching materials. And then, honestly, I don't remember the exact date, but at one point I said to my husband, I really want to do this full time. And he was like, really?
Really?
You make a great salary. I'm like, I know, but I just feel like, I can do this. And so he's like, all right, well, we can do this. It'll be tough. We'll tighten our belts and make some sacrifices. And that's what we did. And then I started to attend conventions and meet with more teachers and principals and physical educators and special ed educators as well. And really start to understand, okay, it's not just fun. And that's okay, just having fun. Kids should be having fun at recess. But there's all these other benefits and all these other things that happen that I just, I didn't know. I'm not in education, so I didn't know that. And so I could see how it was helping our sons, but I didn't really understand the science and the purpose of all of these things. And I love recess. I've said this before. One, that's where Fit and Fun started, but also it's really a great place. It's like a microcosm for the rest of your life. Think about, right? Back at recess, were you the kid that got picked first for kickball and all that, or not, right? So that's where you have to figure out how you're going to deal with bullies and how you're going to handle not being picked first. Maybe you're picked last, and how you going to, that doesn't get taught in the classroom. That happens at recess. There's no handout, there's no tutorial for that.
They do it themselves.
They do it themselves.
And so the stickers and the products and all the different things you create foster those kinds of relationships or conversations?
Yep. We try to embed movement into every product that we do. So to where you're saying, yes, we moved indoors with those concepts, with those movement concepts. So we have stickers that go down in hallways for sensory or brain breaks and a variety of different things that are happening in schools today. And we have transferred those activities into portable playmats as well. We call them our rollout activities. And so they're getting that physical activity. And another aspect of recess and movement is that there's a social emotional component to these. And that ties into the pandemic and all the issues that the schools are struggling to handle. So I feel like what we do in the movements, the activities that we design, it's chock full of lots of things there.
And they're learning, so the kids are learning communication skills and leadership skills,
conflict resolution, and they're getting physical activity. And we kind of throw in some academic skills when we can, really try to get it all in there.
And you work with educators?
We work with quite a network of educators, diverse educators across the country with a variety of different experiences. So we have physical educators, we have classroom teachers, we have adapted physical educators, we have folks in special education, those organizations, health departments, hospitals. So anybody who cares about kids, and most people do, that's those are our customers.
There you go.
And those are people that we work with. We
Yeah.
want to make sure we're addressing all the needs, and there's a lot. There's a lot of needs.
And all you wanted to do is
Just make
play
fun
on
for
and-
recess, yes.
Just do recess.
Right.
That's really cool. So do you have some success stories, things from the schools, or like that you have changed the teachers' perspectives, the kids having a good time? Like,
There's a couple things I'm proud of. One, I feel like we've really built a network and a community filled with educators, parents, designers, wellness experts. You know, we can't just and kids. You know, my kids have aged out pretty much at this point. My 8th grader's hanging on, but you know, it's a collective group. It's not just me designing things. It's getting insight and feedback about our products or other things that didn't work out, where we feel like we can do it better and we can do it in a fit and fun way. So I'm super proud of that and their support. Fit and Fun, like any company, is nothing without their customers.
Sure.
And you know, we want that honest feedback, and a lot of educators recognize that and they respect that, because that will only make us grow as a company. If we know what's working, what's not working.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
huge. So we have a large social media presence and very dynamic group of folks that like to use our products, and they really like to provide opinions about what they feel is great and how we do it and durability. So it really helps build the brand.
So so they provide some feedback. You do whatever, create whatever they're.
We
thinking
respond
of,
to it.
Respond to right, and then they give it to them. They try it. Maybe
Yeah,
there's feedback back and forth.
Yeah, we test a lot, if not all of our products. And you know, we've been around for a long time, so it's gone through various, you know, permutations and design. You know, if we need a design change, well, that's what we got to
You
do.
do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. But there's some stuff from other schools some kids that they've talked about, or
Yeah,
things that have changed, like.
yeah, we've been on NBC News 4 New York
Oh,
in 2019. That was really
big
cool.
deal.
We have been recognized as by the CDC as a resource. Let me make sure I get this right. You have to be very careful. A resource to create environments supportive of physical activity.
Activity, yeah.
So that's everybody,
Yeah.
right? Really, every environment should be supportive of physical activity.
For sure.
So, you know, we're kind of.
And here we are sitting in chairs.
Yeah.
You know, like we're.
I am. Well, we were just walking around, so. No, but it's all important, very important. I'm also proud of the family that I have
Yeah, sure.
around me.
I was thinking that earlier. You know, Gary was really supportive of what you were doing.
I say
So
cautiously supportive.
Yeah. So he's a real logical kind of guy. I mean, I know, right? So,
Yes.
And
He's he's the fiscally responsible one.
Excellent.
Yes.
You need somebody there like that.
Of course.
So
course.
that's, I think that's really an important thing to do. Not every spouse would kind of be that way in this kind of situation. Give up on each
Definitely.
other.
And my kids,
And kids too.
super supportive. I thought it was important that they would see their mother not just as a almost you know, stay-at-home mom, I say, right? Because I was working a little bit while being a mom. And it was important for them to, you know, I'm the only woman in the house, so it was important for me to show them that, not that I can do everything, everybody knows that's impossible now, but that I had ideas too. And, you know, one of the reasons I went to Fit and Fun was because of my kids.
Yes.
And kind of just, I would take time and sit and play with them and be like, this could be really cool in some other way.
Yeah.
And they definitely inspire the designs, a lot of the nature themed. And, you know, our robot hopscotch was designed with my oldest son, and, you know, we would take walks in the woods with the scouts, and a lot of it would come from just experiences
Nice.
with them around town and hiking in the woods.
Cool.
A lot of inspired themes come from my kids.
Very good. Very good. So where are we going in the future? What's going on next?
Okay, so we're super proud we're still here. That's a
That's a
huge
big deal.
accomplishment, and that was not
I know
easy.
so many businesses who just didn't
It's-
make it through the last 2 years.
It's not something, you know, as a business owner, even a small business owner, it's not something like, haha, you didn't make it. It's not like that at all for
No.
me. That's like, oh, it was really hard. And it's not everybody could make it through.
For sure.
You know, we're small. We were able to shift. We were able to pivot our products in a way to get through the pandemic, to really support schools. One of the first things we did was put up free resources. And the purpose was to, okay, we knew eventually that we'd get through it, but, we wanted to make sure they still remembered us instead of, pitching products. And I think they recognized that and understood it. We did webinars and things to just kind of be in everybody's wheelhouse. And then more importantly, what we did was when schools started to open up again, is, hey, you could have recess, you could have physical education without balls and equipment and things, right? Physically distant.
Trying to keep kids separate.
Exactly. They didn't have to wash equipment if they didn't need equipment, right? All of those things. And they could be self-guided and maybe, individual, opportunities for movement, not, a gang of kids playing basketball on top of each other. But we're, obviously glad that hopefully that's in the past and we're back to normal recess.
Whatever that means.
The new normal. Right.
So you've been at this for quite a long time.
Yeah.
So that's, I think that's an awesome accomplishment there. So would you say in the last 10, 12 years that you've been doing this, do you think you got to where you are today because of the hard work and the effort and all the stuff you put in and the family and the things you've created, or was it a little luck too? What do you think?
I think it was, if I would assign percentages, I would say it's about 80% hard work, day in and day out. I mean, I haven't had a vacation in 3 years, right? 20%, I don't know what what to say, 70%, 30% of the other stuff, maybe 80-20. Some of it's luck. You have to be at the right place at the right time. You have to meet the right people. You have to jive with the right people. So I feel like there's some luck in that. But it's mostly hard work, and I'm a fighter. I don't give up easily, and maybe that's not a good thing in some ways.
Well, it's an entrepreneurial kind of thing. Not giving
girls
up.
got to do what a girl's got to do.
And also think that the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Yes. I do see that there's the payoff. We've raised our children with that way. Hey, you do the hard work first, and then the easier stuff comes later.
And they're doing well now too.
They are. Every family's got their thing, right? So no lies there. But we've got an 8th grader, and it's challenging to be back in the classroom like this with attentional issues. But I'm glad that he's got parents that understand and a school support system that understands his needs.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this is great fun. Great fun, Pam. I'm glad we kind of got together and kind of could do this in your office and on location. This is already a lot of fun. So
thank you.
Thanks for being here. So for everybody, if just so you know, if there's anybody who we can feature on Howie's Hometown Heroes, let me know. Put their name in the comment. Do whatever just to let us know. We'll happy to feature them here. And whether it's your family, your business, which is all around us here, or your community or your nonprofit organization, it's money that makes those gears turning. Make sure your money is working in the most optimal way it can. Thanks for being here, Pam. This is awesome.
Thank you so much, Howie. It's awesome.